business. You know, and I think that literally 99.9% of these. What up, Kroll? How's it going? Hey, Kroll. Kroll is a good guy. I like him. 99% of these penny stocks are literally, they have skeletons in the closet. They're desperate for cash. They're barely in business. They're really worthless if you want to try and put a value on them. The only value that they have is how well they tell their story, how well other people believe those stories, and how much money the people who are believing it actually are willing to put into these companies. Other than that, these companies, you look at their fundamentals. Fundamentals are a joke. I mean, they have hardly any revenue. Forget about profits. Forget about losses. I mean, they don't even have real products. I mean, they have some of the craziest schemes. Tell us about some crazy penny stock schemes. And if you don't mind, tell us about some of your schemes. You tried to create a company once, right?
It was private. I mean, I was trying to get a startup going. It was in the development stage.
You got to tell the story about it. It's too funny.
We're not getting into that. We're not getting into that on this episode.
Okay. Another time.
But, I did try and start a private company up, and it was development stage.
Can you tell us the name of it? Just the basic story? Just the basic summary?
All right. Canine Genetics is the name of the company. I wanted to create the world's first personalized dog food. And, I wanted to bring the company public. And I liked the idea, not so much for the product, but for the sexiness of the story, because I knew that would be a type of penny stock that people would buy. So it's really common, these small cap executives, they base their product off of how sexy Wall Street will find it.
Correct. So you see these technology companies becoming solar companies when solar is hot. And, people actually on the message boards believe this. And they think, wow, this company just acquired a new solar technology. Yeah. It's going to rule the world. And the reason why they did this is specifically to try and get their stock up so they can sell stock, so they can raise money, so they can take salaries. Mm-hmm. It's all about trying to get paid for not doing much.
And then after the solar dies out, they become a solar company in China that's organic. It never ends. And then .com at the end of it. They're relentless.
So Tyler asks, is there a website that lists pump stocks? You want to answer that?
Yeah, stockpromoters.com. It's a great site. They track all the stock promotions that are happening.
I am a subscriber to stockpromoters.com. That is in my Tim Fundamentals DVD. And it's great. It's a free site because the guy who owns it is a promoter himself. He wants to get attention. He wants to be kind of like the organizer of the promoter events. He organizes bowling night on Tuesdays and stuff like that. So if you are not stock promoter with the knowledge you have now, would you trade penny stocks and how, long or short? Good question, Jose. The second to last one. Jose.
Sure, I trade penny stocks. I really like Tim's strategy. That's why I started stalking Tim, and eventually I got on livestock. I use Tim's strategy now. I short penny stocks now using his strategy. I've bought his DVDs. I've profited from him.
Video testimonial, baby, from a stock promoter himself.
Live on Livestock, first time ever. But yeah, I trade penny stocks now, mostly to the short side, and if I wasn't a promoter, I'd do the same.
Okay, so how fast do pump stocks fall?
Very quickly.
I mean, within a day, within 2 days. Literally, all the buying that you see on some of these stocks like UBRG, LBAS, MXFD, just the most blatant, stocks that are being, marketed. These stocks really are being marketed. That's what it is. It's called stock marketing. If someone owns that domain, that's really what it is. Yeah, MXFD is finally tanking. These things can literally fall 50 to 75 to even 90% within a few minutes or hours, even though it goes up gradually over many days. The gradual rise, it's meant to appear gradual. It's meant to make the stock appear safe that, look, it's going up gradually every single day. It's up 3 cents every single day, up 5 cents. Because you also have to remember that there are telemarketers. Tell us about your experience with the whole telemarketers.
Okay, I worked for a little bit, maybe 2 weeks by a little bit, for this company run by Mario Pino. I didn't really know anything about him at the time, but it was in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I would sit in this room with 3 people, one of which would be just doped up on codeine, making cold calls to pink sheet CEOs looking to raise money. Like, we wanted to raise every pink sheet company money through 504s, and we want to raise them $1 million cash, and in exchange, we take $5 or $6 million in stock. So the terms were just absurd. But if you're a pink sheet executive with a worthless company and worthless product, $1 million in funding is hard to turn down, regardless of the terms.
Someone, sorry to interrupt, someone asked or said that the small caps and micro caps that I like to short are pumped with good PR. Jim Blackman, that is a bit different than stock promotion. It is a bit different. Jim Blackman has promoted COIN. Now he's into ASTI. He did promote CAFE, which turned out to be a whole fraudulent PR thing with Walmart. I don't really try and differentiate too much between good promotion and bad promotion. Either way, the stock is going up due to someone actively marketing it, actively trying to get others interested in a story. Obviously, stocks that actually pay for that kind of a thing tend to rise and fall quicker. He's got to go check on his Sea-Doo. He likes going on the water and stuff like that. So what's the difference between stock promotion and stock manipulation? I mean, come on. You don't know what is manipulation, what is promotion. Jim Blackman is hired by these companies to promote them in all sense. Say, look, we have this company here with an awesome product. Here's why I think it's good. He's getting paid by the company to say the exact same thing. It's very difficult to see a difference between Jim Blackman and any other normal stock promotion. You could say that about all IR and PR for stocks. The whole penny stock, any stock trading under $5, under $10 is very sketchy. What's up with my hair? What do you mean? What's up with my hair? I need to take a shower. I know that. I can't help it. I don't have time. I'll take a shower after the show. Yeah, it's jufro.com. Look at that amazing hand that's coming out of the couch that's rubbing my hair. It feels nice. I like this couch. Where's your girlfriend? She's sleeping. She's not used to the Grand Cayman Islands time difference. Is there a time difference? I don't know.
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
Get Tim a beer. Tim, would you ever delve into other strategies? Of course. I just have 10 years of experience in this strategy, so that kind of makes me an expert. Who is that lady? That is my my girlfriend.